So in this video I want to talk about overextending regions for machining. The CNC process at our end will use curves as regions to machine within rather than the actual surfaces or the 3D model itself. Using curves for us gives us a bit more flexibility, and we're able to control the cutter and make sure it does what we want it to do. Selecting surfaces is always the automated way. It's often a bit less reliable in this software anyway. So when we create our regions here, you can see that on these two components, they're from our a chest of drawers that's available on our CNC hub. So you can download this file for free. You'll have all the components in there, drawers as well as the carcass itself. You should also have all the parts that are laid out. So that's all there for free download if you want to go and check it out. I've just taken two parts of this video just to discuss over this process. So as you can see here, what I've done is I've taken the direct region of the pocket area, and what I'm going to do just to show you is simulate us pocketing down these areas without us extending any of these regions. So as you can see here, if I click through to my simulation, this here shows us our pocketed regions. Now as you can see, where if I turn on the parts as well, so you can see that where our region goes, our cutter, which in this case is an 8mm down cutter, will come over and it will go within this bounding box. But what that means is that we're left here with a 4mm radius that we can't machine. So this area here will not get machined, and you'll see this throughout over around all our pockets. Again, in the corner there, in the corner here as well for this pocket that goes a bit deeper. You'll see it throughout. So this is why we need to overextend our pockets, to remove these bits of material that get left. Now where ones like this would break off in machining, it's just best to always machine as much of it away as you can. So where we then extend our curves over, instead of our, keep the old ones on for you, instead of our curves, instead of our curves here just going around the region we want, what I've done is I've overextended it, the radius of the tool that we're going to use. So in this case, or at least the minimum, in this case I'm using a 4mm tool and it's been extended over 4.3mm. So we're at least the minimum, the radius extended. That means that the tool will go 4mm over and then cut it off. Again here, I've extended this pocket. That's in this case more than 4mm, but that doesn't matter. And all these pockets have been overextended. Now, when we simulate this, what it means is we're no longer left with these little islands here, or this one here. We'll always get one on an internal. And, in another video, I'm going to talk to you about how to remove these, and it's going to be through these dog bone details, which you can see in some of these here. But for the majority of the pockets, they're all going to be clean and crisp, and you're going to not leave any of that material on there. So I can flick between the two to show you. Again, I'll turn off my parts. So you can see here we've got our rounded corners all around there. Then when we extend our pockets, they all go. So we can obviously do this to your files, it's not a problem, but if you want to speed up the process, if you want to reduce some of the programming charges, adjusting files yourself to do this, it's very easy to do, and it will be cheaper on your end in the end. I think that's probably everything you need to know about extending. The main things are just to keep it extending 4mm, the radius of the tool, over. So if we're using a 6mm tool to do this, you can extend over 3mm, etc. And yeah, I think that's about covers it all. So if you haven't watched it already, watch the tutorial about the dog bones, because that's a very essential one to also removing any internal radiuses that you don't want. But I'll do that in a separate video. Thanks for listening.